Fill that, Preston. Go ahead, fill it.
It's hot, sharp.
My OCD certainly got the best of me on this one. We're not going to use the entire panel because I don't want to put the splice up in here. I don't want to have to grind and do body work up in this dent side of the bed. Since we've got such good metal here, I'm going to be cutting this right in this area. So I've cut the patch down to the size that I want, and I've secured it to the bedside with some self-drilling screws. Now I'm going to trace the patch on the substrate, and that's going to determine where I cut the panel for the flare. The flaring tool I'm using is just a Harbor Freight flaring tool, and it makes a 1/2 inch flare on the panel that's like the thickness of the sheet metal patch. So once you flare it, the patch fits flush with the surrounding surface. So to use that panel flaring tool, you need a nice straight line. So we're going to scribe a line a 1/2 inch down from the line that I traced when the panel was on, and then cut that very straight, get it all cleaned up nice, and then that panel flaring tool just rides on that straight edge and gives you a flare a 1/2 inch up from that edge. So if you keep that line nice and straight, it gives you a nice straight flare to weld to. So this flaring tool is certainly not fast, but it does a really nice job. It makes a really nice straight flare. What you do is you just hold it tight tucked into the throat of the flaring tool, and move it about 1 inch at a time. It makes a really nice straight surface to weld to. It also has a hole punching feature to it, that you punch holes exactly as deep as you need them from the edge of your patch panel for plug weld onto that flare. It's actually really cool tool for a Harbor Freight special. Put the appropriate amount of holes in that, Yona?
Maybe a few more.
Did you do the calculation on that?
What's your spacing?
It looks like about that much. That's pretty cool, dude.
That's way faster.
See what I did there? I got carried away with my hole punching machine. It's alright. I'll make it work. Gonna punch holes in this side, and then you can spray it.
You want to spray this too?
Yeah. I'm gonna trim that, and I'm gonna do a magic trick here. So you can have that. Well, that's a pretty good fit, Jonah. That's a dang good fit. Oh, that flanging tool is pretty cool.
Look at that. That's not going to leave anything.
No, that's the whole reason, dude. Probably not going to, right? It's just fine. Any paint you can weld to has got to be good for you.
He'll buff out.
Might need to use some abrasive buffing compound. Anybody who doesn't like that doesn't even like their own mom. That's problematic. When you don't like your own mom. Let's go eat. If you're having one of those days where you just want to hurry and get things done, it's probably not the day to be welding sheet metal. You're going to want to take your time, spot weld, cool it to touch, spot weld some more, cool the panel, spot weld some more. It's a laborious, long process. You just got to make sure you're taking your time. If you don't, the panel will warp and you'll certainly regret hurrying. Go ahead, it's hot, sharp. Where's your sense of adventure? While these patch panels are awesome, sometimes they do have some flaws. Here, the bottom of this didn't line up with the bottom of the fender opening. The top line lined up perfect with the body line. So what I'm going to do here is cheat it, and I'm going to slice right in the middle and push this bottom up, and then weld this center together. And once it's all once all the fillers on it and it's all patched up, it's going to look just perfect. But the top line of that body line was what I was shooting for on this. So I lined up that top line to get it perfect, and then moved the bottom up to meet it.
The lines don't
Just look at
quite
it.
meet.
Just look at it. Look at it. Just mixing up some filler. It'll probably take a little bit more than this, but this stuff sets up so fast. You've got to do it in small batches. You don't want to incorporate a lot of air in this, so you got to mix it like you're pushing the air out as you're mixing, and then you're trying to get it all the exact same color. When it's the exact same color, you know that the hardener's mixed in good. Just use a little bit. That's about all it's going to take right there. That's a nice patch. That turned out really nice. put some glaze in it before we paint, but Jonah's gonna put a bunch of metal etching primer on this. And that patch is done. Here it is with some metal etching primer on it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you'll tune in for the next episode of rust repair on this old pickup.